Hi, welcome to my channel. It's Dee from SimplyDeeBeauty. Welcome. So glad to see you here today. Today's video I'm going to do a full day wear test of the Capture DreamSkin Fresh and Perfect Cushion Foundation from DIOR. It's a beautiful packaging. I don't know if you could see it, but it's like a light pink. It is very pretty, and like all cushion foundations, that at least the ones that I've tried, it has a really nice mirror. It has the little poof. It's very pretty with the DIOR imprinted. I got it in the shade 000. It's a youth skincare perfect complexion, perfect or perfect, I don't know, complexion creator with sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 50. Formula visibly corrects uneven complexion, dark spots, pores, redness, dryness, dullness, and wrinkles beneath foundation. Skin appears more luminous, smooth, and more beautiful every day. DreamSkin comes in refillable packaging for sustainable use, and individual refills are available separately. That's something I gotta mention, that it does not bring a refill like my other cushion foundations do. So that's something to keep in mind. So yes, let's start. I'm gonna do a full day wear test like I mentioned. I like to do those because that way you see how well it performs after a full day. I don't expect it to be full coverage because it's not full coverage, it's a lightweight serum. So I'm going to start with, I'm not going to use any primer or nothing like that because I want to see how it performs without a primer. I only have my moisturizer and my sunscreen, the Biosense Squalane and Zinc Mineral Sunscreen. It feels really light on the skin, really nice. It's not sticky. It doesn't feel heavy. I like it very much. So let's start with the foundation. So I think this one is, it's shade 000, meaning it's a non-tinted. It's supposed, I guess it's supposed to mimic your own skin. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. This is what it looks like on the puff. It's supposed to look, if it's not tinted, it's supposed to look just like your skin. And then it just targets like the redness and the pore. Shelf life is 12 months, and it's made in Korea, so it's really nice. So this is how I look half my face. There's obviously no tint, so there's no coverage in that way, but I do think it does add some radiance, and my pores here are minimized. So this is, it feels to me more like I would say like a mattifying cream, a mattifying tinted moisturizer. It's not even tinted, it's like a mattifying moisturizer. But when you compare it to the other side, I do see like my pores are minimized and my skin is really soft. There's a radiance here on this area. It doesn't cover my redness that much, so maybe I should have gotten it with a tint. I don't know why I didn't get it with a tint. So there it is all over my face. I do see a radiance, and I do have to say as well that it is SPF 50. That's really good as well because you add extra layer of SPF protection. Now that the spring's here, let me get a mirror close up. It definitely does minimize my pores. Definitely, that's really nice. And as you let time go by, a few minutes after, you see it even more. And I don't see any up here, so it does a nice job of covering your pores, minimizing your pores. Now what I want to do now is do a test, comparison between the new Tarte, the older Tarte Shapetape Contour Concealer and the new Shapetape Ultra Creamy. So this is the Ultra Creamy and this is the just Double Duty Beauty. They're both double duty. The extra creamy and just the Shapetape. A little bit of the older Shapetape is a little bit darker, but I think we'll be fine. Let me swatch it in the back of my hand. It is very popular, but it's not my favorite, just to say. And that's why I wanted to compare it to the new one to see if it's the same, if it's better, if it's actually extra creamy. Let's see about that. So the one on the top is the older concealer, and then the one in the bottom is the ultra creamy. It's a little bit lighter, a shade lighter, but I think I could work it out. So I'm gonna do one side, one eye with the ultra creamy and one with the regular. This is how the doe foot looks, and they both have the same doe foot. I'll show you now, but let me apply the concealer in the regular areas. This is a concealer that doesn't dry up that fast, so I'm gonna cover the little marks that I have just a little bit. I don't want to alter what the foundation is gonna, the cushion foundation, so let me just apply it in these areas with my finger. I like to apply concealer with my finger. I think I might have put a little bit too much. Now let's go with the Ultra Creamy. Oh, I didn't mention the other, this concealer is in the shade Light, and then the one I'm going to wear now is 16 and Fair Light Neutral. Let's see, there's a big difference. So the doe foot does look very similar, almost the same. I don't see much redness here, but let's just apply a little bit, not too much. I do find that maybe because I put a little bit more, but the left side has a little bit less. I could see my under eyes more. I'm gonna apply just a little bit more because it could be that I didn't apply as much as the right side, and I want to be fair. I think that's better, but off the bat, first impression, I think the older concealer, and older I don't mean by age that it's older, just like the previous version, is better coverage. But let's see after 10 hours of use how it will look, and I'm not gonna retouch or anything like that. I'm gonna leave it just like that. So now I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera, and I'll be right back. So hi, I'm back. So now I have my full face. Now I'm gonna come back like about in 10 hours and see how the foundation performed after so long. Foundation and concealer with all the products on top. Maybe it's gonna be a little bit hard. I didn't put any powder either. It feels like I have foundation on even though it's not tinted. I think with time, as minutes pass by, it like really like sinked into my skin, and it covered my pores, minimized my pores very nicely, gave me a nice radiance. It looks like I have foundation on, and I think that's really interesting because it had no tint. So I don't know if it's this technology that just mimics the color of your skin. I don't know. I think it's great. I only put concealer under my under eye and where I have a little bit of red spots here. That's it. But look at my upper lip, my chin, my forehead right here. That is so cool. I think it's so nice. So yeah, I'm gonna be back like about 10 hours. It's 10:14 in the morning. I'm gonna be back like around 8 o'clock. So that should give us a good idea of how it performed. So let's see how it looks at the end of the day. I'll see you guys later. Bye. So hi, welcome back. It is 10:15 p.m. at night. So it's been about 12 hours since I have this foundation and concealer on and the rest of my makeup. And let me do a close-up or look closely to see what I think of this foundation and concealer. I think the foundation is really nice. Even after 12 hours, I don't feel dry. It feels really nice. And although it's a non-tint foundation, I think it's so interesting because it did give me some coverage. After a few minutes, it started like sinking in, and I guess, I don't know, mimicking my shade, my skin. I don't know what it was doing. I have to do research and find out what's the technology behind that foundation, but it's so nice. It is so nice, and it looks really good on my skin. At least I think it's very comparable to other foundations which have coverage, which have tint. About the concealer, I honestly don't see much of a difference. This is the one with the original Shapetape, and this is the one with the creamy one, the newer one. I don't see a difference. It did not accentuate my fine lines. It didn't cake up. None of that. That side and that aspect, they're both good. But I don't see any difference between one and the other when we're speaking about coverage. Another thing I wanted to mention, that this foundation does minimize my pores. I do have enlarged pores in this area right here and in my nose. And with this foundation on, it minimizes, like I barely see them. That's really nice, and there's no weirdness around my nose, none whatsoever. And then my forehead as well, it looks pretty nice. Now it's your turn. I do like this foundation, and I'm very glad I got my hands on it, and I do want to use it in the future. But now I would like to know what you guys think. If you used this foundation before, please let me know in the comments below. What were your thoughts? What were your thoughts about how it looks on me, because my point of view is different from your point of view, and I would love to hear what you guys think. I'm gonna leave the links of the foundation and both concealers and all the makeup that I've used today, that I have on my face or had on my face. I'm gonna put all the links down below in the description box in case you guys are interested. I want to thank you for coming by. Any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already, and click on the bell to get notified of future videos. I want to thank you again for coming by, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.